Recently, CPS announced that Betty Shabazz Barbara A. Sizemore Elementary School, one of 4 charter schools, is slated to be closed in June due to underperformance. CPS revealed that BASA failed to meet testing level requirements, a standard that would have been met hadn't CPS changed testing scores using a calculation that curved the school's scores based off the scores of other charters.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh.
For centuries, the black man has been the underdog of this country, constantly under racial scrutiny, targeted for reasons beyond comprehension. What better way to deconstruct our culture and livelihood than by taking education, rights, and justice away from our children? According to a study done by U.S. News, more than 60 years after the Brown versus Board of Education case, school systems in the United States are still separate and unequal. As the percentage of white students in our education shrinks and the percentage of students of color grow, the U.S. will be left with an education system that doesn't serve the majority of its children properly. The gaps in education will prove especially problematic. How can we say we are equal when CPS spends $12,000 on some students and $7,000 on others?
We walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots be on the ground, the camera pans up. Things on into the mountaintop, and we ran up. One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
As we continue to be targeted and stripped of justice, you may be wondering, what can I, as a student, do to change the narrative?
If culture is the sum total of artifacts which any group accumulates in its struggle for survival and autonomy, then it's dynamic because it's a struggle. It's not static. It doesn't stand still and never change. It changes with the conditions, okay? Because as you try to survive and to be self-autonomous and the conditions change that keep you from doing that, you change in order to combat those conditions. Am I making sense to you? Okay.
It's time, y'all. It's time. This thing that I'm holding in my hand, this telephone, this camera, it is quite powerful. Social media is powerful. We can do something with this. If we want to change, we can really, truly make it happen. You know, we sit out here and talk about, oh, we need the next so-and-so and this and that. No, you don't. No, you don't. Start in your own home. Start with you.
Enemy is lethal. A king became regal. Saw the face of Jim Crow under a bald ego. The biggest weapon is to stay peaceful. We sing, our music is the cuts that we bleed through. Somewhere in the dream we had an epiphany. Now we right the wrongs in history. No one can win a war individually. It takes the wisdom of the elders and young people's energy. Welcome to the story we call victory. The coming of the Lord, my eyes have seen the glory. One day, when the glory comes,